Senator Akubundu.
My co-chairman, thank you very much. I wanted to raise the same distinguished Senator Aliero raised, because during the debate on the general principles of 2024 budget, I was very, very critical about borrowing, and I recommended the rejigging of all the revenue-generating agencies, and gladly and thankfully, they have surpassed their target. The question is, why do we still borrow? So I'm reinforcing the same questions raised by Senator Aliero. Thank you, my chairman.
Thank you. We'll go to
borrowing. Despite the fact that you achieve the revenue that you put in the budget, don't forget also that you put it there that we should go and borrow. So the fact that we are meeting revenue target does not mean we will not go borrow, because you've told us also to borrow. So we are carrying out the budget. That's number one. Number two, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. So number two, yes.
Allow him to respond, please. Silent.
So the borrowing that we are doing is part of what it has been approved. For example, when we agreed the total revenue need may be 10, but the one we internally generated, possibly it is 8. We say go and borrow 2. So the 2 that you see we are borrowing, it is according to the plan that we have. So it's not because we are making revenue and we are still borrowing. Don't forget.
Thank you. Sorry, FRS.
Yes, sir.
Well, you will have to go back to that podium and repeat yourself.
Okay. Protocol. And I said that the response I want to give is without round it up. So that's what I'm saying. I said the fact that we meet revenue targets, that does not mean we should not go and borrow. And the reason is simple. The budget we have has both borrowing components and internally generated revenue components. So it's total package. Our borrowing target is there in the budget as approved by National Assembly. So when we go borrow, that is what it means. That's number one. Number two, if you listen to Senator Tokunbo, he said we've stopped make reference to ways and means. Since inception and then under the leadership of my boss, Minister of Finance, we've followed fiscal discipline. We are not resorting to printing of currencies, which is ways and means. So when you talk about meeting the internally generated IGR and fiscal management within the country, that is what we are doing. Secondly, most of the borrowing that you have been approved for us is foreign exchange, which has to do with our fiscal, international fiscal balances. Despite the fact that we have Naira, we have foreign components, which we use to manage our reserves because of import-export balances. So borrowing, as we've said, is not a crime, it's not a problem. When we borrow in line with what is being approved for us by National Assembly, we are actually carrying out our responsibility. So meeting the target and borrowing, they are not conflicting, and it's not self-serving. Thank you very much, sir.
Our colleague, whether you are, we want to subsidize exchange rate in view of the present exchange rate versus the 1,400 naira. Please, you answer that question at the same time.